Welcome into Coach and Bro, presented by After.
Oh, and there we are. Smooth as silk with the landing. What's good, everybody? Welcome to a special start time here on Thursdays for the Coach and Bro Show. But you guys find us. You turn on those notifications. You follow us on YouTube. And every single time, doesn't matter the start time. We were preempted today on the Stadium Network, so we went back to our normal Monday time at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Now, if you are new to the Coach and Bro Show, if you're coming here for us to break down every segment on Raw or SmackDown, you have come to the wrong show. However, we do talk about the bigger topics in pro wrestling and the business of pro wrestling. Now, my partner, has he been busy doing work behind the scenes? All of a sudden, he's back in the game. And we're going to start right there. Let's bring in my partner, of course, from Russo'sBrand.com, my man, Voodoo Roo. Oh, look, you look all fresh. You look rested.
Rested. I'm the complete opposite of rested, Coach. I just spent 4 days on the road.
That's a lot for you, Vince. That's a lot for you.
Coach, that's a lot for me. Listen, I'm no coach. I'm no young spring chicken in the coach's condition. It was tough, Coach, but I made it through and I'm here.
Well, that's exactly where we're going to start. But before we get to your big news, we want to let the good people, because it's Thursday, and even though Producer Man is not here today, Double D is on the ones and the twos, and tell the good people how they can be a part of the show, and also a very special part of the Wheel of Doom.
Yes, guys, super stickers or donations over $5. We will pull you right up on the screen and make you part of the conversation. And we love having you part of the conversation. Guys, we're not going to do this show if it's just me and Coach. You are a part of the show. You've made yourself a part of the show. But, Coach, how do they get on the wheel?
Well, they get on the wheel. So anything, we got so many. One day we got like 66 super stickers. And we love all of you. And every dollar helps us grow the brand and goes to production. But we said we need to really focus on those that are $10 or more and do something special. So if you have $10 or more, then we take your name, and I got Mikey P working behind the scenes. We put it onto the Wheel of Doom. At the end of the show, all of those names, we spin it, and then one lucky person will get either a mamby-pamby piece of merch, an I Bet Wrestling piece of merch, or if you want to go off the board, we can do that too. We'll put up the email. It's as simple as that. And then send us a picture. We want to put you up on the show as well. So that's how we do it. All right. So we got to get into it. And I'm actually starting to kind of come to your side of the fence. It is good to be a little bit liked, a little bit hated, but everybody consuming your content. So I knew what you were doing. And all of a sudden, I wake up the other day and my social media is just, Coach, how come you didn't tell us? Coach, why are you holding this back? Coach, why didn't you tell us Vince Russo was doing this? Because that's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. But I could not be more proud of you getting back in the game. Tell the good people what your newest venture is, please.
Well, first of all, I want to say, you guys, off the air, listen, there has been a couple of times where I have been reprimanded, and I use that term lightly, by Coach on the phone, reprimanded like a redheaded stepchild. And Coach told me last time, get off social media. And Coach, I got off social media.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
1,000%. And every time, sometimes I lose my brains when I'm looking at stuff on social media. But as soon as my hands go to that keyboard, I think of Coach. I say, stay off of social media. So, yeah, I had been working on something for a while. Coach, listen, you and I, call us old school, call us whatever you want. We both still believe in kayfabe. So
100%.
100%. I'm not going to talk about anything that I shouldn't talk about until it's time to talk about it. So, yeah, Coach, I kind of kayfabe things until they kind of became official.
And so now, and I got to be honest, you had to educate me. So that means there's a lot of the wrestling world out there, even though this is a very popular organization, maybe not to the masses, which I think you can do a great part in educating people like myself and those out there? What are they called? What are the fans of this organization called?
Well, guys, this goes all the way back to 1996. In 1989, a band started a rap band by the name of ICP, Insane Clown Posse. 1989. Very, very, very controversial duo. Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope. Huge wrestling fans, man. Violent J started backyard wrestling when he was about 8 years old. So I knew about them. They were red hot back in the 90s. So we brought them on to Raw in 1997, I believe. Then we brought both of them on to WCW in 1999. In 1999, Coach, they started their own wrestling promotion, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. This promotion has been going strong for 26 years.
When you told me that, that's crazy. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Guys, I could tell you this, and I am not exaggerating because I spent 4 unbelievable days with him. Violent J loves professional wrestling as much as Vince McMahon. Without a shadow of a doubt. Loves it. So, they have a show on YouTube, JCW Lunacy. They're on every Thursday at 7 o'clock. As a matter of fact, today is a new show. I got a call from my friend Violent J. They can't tour as much as they used to, Coach. So now he really wants to start concentrating on the wrestling and bring it to the next level. So he called me, would you be interested on coming in, working with me and JCW? And I said, absolutely. And I'll tell you why, Coach. I listen, I'm going to tell you how the conversation went.
I want to hear all of it.
This was a conversation that took place a couple years ago.
Okay.
I sat down with Jay. His real name is Joe, Violent J. I sat down with Joe. I said, Joe, you need to tell me right now, I do not want to bring any lawsuits upon your company. That is the last thing I want to do. So you need to tell me right now what is off limits. And what I really meant about that, listen, Coach, okay, what I mean about that is not naked girls and crude language. That's not what I meant about that. What I meant about that is being sued within the wrestling industry. Because I said, Jay, I want to shoot. There's a lot of things I want to say about a lot of people, but I don't want to feel like I'm the one responsible for you getting a lawsuit. So you need to tell me how far can I go? What's the line? And Coach, the music to my ears. Vince, there is no line.
Stop it.
We are ICP. We have been doing this since 1989, and our whole reputation is we say and do whatever we want to say and do. He said, so Vince, I want you to go out there and say what you want to say. And Coach, I could tell you within the first 3 weeks, Triple H is addressed, Paul Heyman is addressed, Saudi is addressed right off the bat. Coach, this wrestling show is going to be the wrestling show that I talk about every single week on our show. What wrestling should be in 2025, and to be able to have that freedom at this age and at this stage in my life, a godsend, Coach.
It's got to feel amazing. And so I've got to put you on the hot seat a little bit because I'm guessing the one thing you always tell me on these phone calls that we have from time to time is, Coach, I've got to be honest. I've got to deal with what's in front of me, what's in reality. And so my guess is that when you walk in the door, and I haven't seen any of this yet, that you're going to be dealing with a lot of real life issues that are in the moment because you believe great wrestling is about great content and telling what's happening in the world today. Would that be accurate?
Coach, listen, we've already shot that. We've already done 3 hot times. Let me give you a little teaser. This is the Coach and Bro show. Little teaser. Coach, believe it or not, there is a character on the show called Cocaine. And he's called cocaine because he's always doing cocaine.
Wow.
So
okay.
I come in as a new investor, and I'm like, with all due respect, there needs to be some drug testing involved here. Okay? So we
Yes.
discuss drug testing on the show, but not only that, Coach. You and I know the old trick how to pass the drug test.
Yes.
You just have somebody else, one of your buddies, take a little pee-pee for you and hand it in. That's how you get around. Not with me.
You have somebody standing there?
I need cocaine drug tested, and Big Vito is standing in that stall right next to him, making sure it is his pee-pee going into the car. This is what I'm talking about. This is what, Coach, week 3, somebody's accusing me of the Me Too movement. Me, of all people. Me, the prude. Me, of all people. This is what we're talking about, Coach.
Wow. I'm here for it. I can't wait because we're absolutely using this platform to promote, to tease, to talk about storylines. What do we when I refer to it so I don't get yelled at, because I got yelled at today because of something I said on my radio show that I'll get to.
That's karma. That's karma, because you yell at me, then you get it. That's karma, Coach.
I know, and I'll take it all back. I'll take it all back because I tried to engage with the Twitterverse, they call it, and I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Stop that. Stop. Let me tell you, stop.
Stop it altogether. I can't do it. So what do we call this when we refer to this? I'll say, hey, what happened at?
It's Juggalo Championship Wrestling, JCW, and the name of their show is Lunacy, and there is a new episode every Thursday night, 7:00 on YouTube. Coach, you won't believe this. This will crack you up.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Coach, everything goes on their show. And Coach, especially with wrestlers, you give them this much, and what do they take?
Okay. That much, this much.
So, Coach, I'm watching the product, and then I'm starting with them. Coach, every other word is the freaking F-bomb. Every other word. Me, of all people, had to say, guys, stop with the F-bombs. Less is more. And you know what I told them, Coach? And I learned this from Coach, you think I don't learn from, I learned from the coach. You know what I said to them, Coach?
What'd you say?
Guys, you have to understand, you never know who's going to be watching this show. You got to stop. We don't need that. You listen, you want to drop one when it really means something, I'm fine with it. You listen, you never know who's going to be watching the show.
I've gotten 3 gigs, just for people to know. I say it to Vince all the time. I've gotten 3 gigs in the last 5 years based off of a social media post. You never know who's watching. Now, you can also, it can be the negative way too, that if you're just dropping F-bombs for no reason,
exactly,
and an investor, or let's say a network is watching, and they go, man, what's this? Oh, no, that turns me off.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden you lose a network deal over that. That could happen.
Yeah.
That could happen. So I love that you said that to them. I love the fact that not only are we friends and partners and we do this show, but when I saw all the videos online with you and Vito, and we got to work with Vito, by the way. We got to work with Vito and his public relations. He's great. He's a great character on the show. The public relations, I got to work with Vito. But I thought this is really awesome because it's another alternative to AEW, WWE. And all I saw on social media was sold out in Wichita, sold out here, sold out there. And you talk about all the time here about the venues that companies should be working.
Yes.
And there's no reason to do a 15,000 seat arena if 3,000 would be a banger at a pavilion or something like that. But it seems like to me, from what I looked at, you guys are playing the right size venues every single time. Would that be accurate?
Coach, I want to say this, and this is where I give Violent J all the credit in the world. See, Coach, what they do, bro, their business model, Coach, I'm going to hook you up with them to have a conversation. They've got this model down to a T. So, Coach, what they do is they do their wrestling show, take a little break, then they do their concert. So, Coach, when you're talking about,
Wow.
that's what they do. When you're talking about 2,500, 3,000 people at a venue, here's the thing. This is the difference between Jay and Hunter. They got a niche audience. They got their juggalos. They know they're going to get 2,500, 3,000 people. They know that. Jay says to me, we want more. We've got to open this thing up. We've got to grow. And what do we say every single week about AEW and the WWE? But for some reason, they feel that they don't need to grow their audience. He gets it. He says, I know I got my juggalos. They're going to support everything I do, but we got to go beyond that. And that's why he was interested in bringing me in. Bro,
That's
can I
so
give
smart.
I got to give you a fun fact that's going to blow you away. Everybody at home, Coach, I don't know if you know what their gimmick is, but they're Detroit born, bred, raised, still live in Detroit. So, Coach, there's a popular soda in Detroit called Faygo. Okay. So a big part of their act, bro, is they take those 64-ounce Faygo bottles, okay? Shake them up, and bro, everybody takes it. Bro, they got to put up plastic, and the juggalos are loving it, squirting everybody. Bro, 64-ounce Faygos. Coach, guess how many their show, I'd say, is about an hour 20, an hour 30.
Okay.
Guess how many Faygo, 64 ounces, they go through a night.
And this is when they're doing their concert.
When they're doing their concerts, yeah. And they're spraying everybody down from beginning to end. Guess how many?
Oh, gosh. Well, since you asked like that, I'm going to guess 20.
800.
Oh, wait. Do they have a deal with this company?
That's it, bro. The company doesn't give them a deal. The company doesn't sponsor them, bro. They've been buying 800 bottles a night since 1989. The company doesn't give them a nickel, Coach.
That is correct. So they're spending. Let's say it's $3. They're spending a couple grand a show just on Faygo.
800 64-liter bottles. And Coach, here's the funny thing. You'll get a biggest kick out of it. I love this stuff because it's so gimmicky, like you don't even believe it until you see it with your own eyes. Coach, guess why they can't tour in the winter?
They can't tour in the winter?
Yeah, guess why?
Oh, God. This has got to be probably some crazy answer. I have.
The Faygo, close. The Faygo freezes. It freezes during the winter. They can't do the show without the Faygo.
They only sell this drink in Detroit?
Yeah, because they grew up on it. They grew up on it as kids. They made it part of that.
Wow.
Coach, I swear to God, we were in Wichita or whatever, so it was kind of getting cold. Bro, they got 2 pallets of Faygo with heaters going on all day long. Coach, you think I would be making this stuff up? It's fascinating, bro. It's absolutely fascinating. But Coach, I do want to say this, and I mean this, and this is going to shock you. I mean this because I watched for 4 days.
Okay.
I never in my life thought I would have ever seen anybody with a greater work ethic than Vince McMahon. Okay,
That's crazy.
We've seen it. You and I have seen it. Okay?
Yeah, nonstop, 12 hours a day minimum.
Coach, I would dare to say Violent J has a stronger work ethic than Vince McMahon. Coach, listen to me for a second. He's showing up at 10 o'clock in the morning for these wrestling shows. He's working all day long, writing, producing. You know what goes into a wrestling show.
It takes a long time.
The wrestling show happens. Coach, they take a little break. He goes out in front of 5,000 people after shooting a wrestling show all day long. And Coach, you're going to love this. Listen to this. So I said they've been doing this since 1989.
Yes.
Coach, I had to meet them at the building in Denver first. They were in Denver first. I was at the building at 10 o'clock. I walk into the building at 10 o'clock. I see Violent J. You ready, Coach? In makeup.
At 10 in the morning?
In makeup, 10 in the morning. You talk about
That is
kayfabe,
crazy.
bro. The stuff I saw blew my socks off, man.
Did it allow you to, in a small way, because it's only been 3 shows, in a small way, kind of regain a little bit of the love that you've lost from the business in the last several years?
Coach, it was 4 shows. I went in expecting the worst. Coach, listen to me. I traveled on the tour bus with them, Coach. Do you understand that? The show ended. I got on the tour bus. I slept in a cubicle. We drove to the next town 8 hours away, Coach. Okay? On the 64-year-old Vinny Rue in a little cubicle, Coach. And Coach, I got to tell you, man, the experience I had was phenomenal. And let me tell you why.
I love this. I love the story. I love seeing you so happy.
You're
I
gonna
really,
love.
really do.
You're gonna love this, Coach. This is everything we talk about, and everything we talk about. I'm in a locker room for 4 days. No politics, no egos. Everybody's happy. It's a huge family. No drama. Zero drama. Now listen, if there's no drama one day, okay. No, I'm there 4 days. Drama free. And Coach, you know what that all goes back to? There's one guy and they respect the hell out of him. They respect the hell out of him. And because of that, he wants this family environment. It's all about the juggalos, this family environment. Coach, there in 4 full days of taping, there was not one argument, disagreement. I never heard one person talking about another. And you know, in a WWE locker room, that's every 15 minutes.
Every 5 minutes. That's all day. That's all day.
Incredible, man. Incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm super happy. I'm
Thank
super to have them a part of this brand because we're
Yes.
certainly going to support you as we always do.
Thank
and
you.
we're going to support them now
Yeah.
that you're a part of that family. So I'm
Thank you.
excited,
Yeah.
man. I'm excited. All right, we have a few super stickers we got to get to, and then that story kind of morphs into something I got yelled at today. But I want Vince to tell me if it was warranted that I got yelled at today. So first one we got here. You know, we got Double D, producing today.
Yeah.
Normally,
I know
I get these screenshots from Producer Man. I'm used to Producer Man. He's giving me a screenshot. I can't even read the damn thing. Sami Zayn, bro. I love some of the names of these people. You guys do watch the show. You do watch the show. This is an amazing name right here. Run it back, Coach and Bro. Coach,
I gotta sing.
fucking
I gotta sing for the
come
guy.
on.
Coach and bro. Coach and bro. Coach, go ahead. I'll say it later. Coach, let me ask you one question. When you're getting yelled at in these situations,
yes.
do you ever feel? Do you have flashbacks of yelling at me and like feel this much?
No, I don't.
All
Because when I yell at
warranted.
you,
It's warranted. It's warranted.
yes,
But it's
when I yell at you, it's for the betterment of our brand.
Okay.
I'm always thinking about us as a
I
duo.
know. Okay.
I want us to be together for 20 years.
Me too.
When I get yelled at by some clown on Twitter who got butt hurt because I made fun of some, wrestling promotion, and I'll get to it. It's way different.
Yeah.
We're partners.
Yes.
All right, so we got Jake dies again. You will be on the Wheel of Doom at the end of the show. He says, love the wheel idea, but Wheel of Doom sounds negative. What about the Wheel of Pops? You'll get a pop from the winner every week, and you guys get to feel like Triple H himself. See, Jake, that's what you don't understand. This is in honor of Triple H because he does the finger point of doom. And if you don't know what that is, it's when somebody wins something big, he takes the picture, and you never hear from them again. Yes. So it's all a play on words. You've got to be new to the brand, and that's okay. You got to start somewhere. Yes. But it's because of the finger point of doom. So that's what it is. But I'll take your suggestion into, what do we call that? I'll call the bosses, Vince. I know a guy. I'll run it past the boss. See what he says. All right, the Sarge says, I told you Coach Gilbert is greater than Goldberg. Goldberg has earned his place in the Crybaby Poopy Pants Hall of Fame. Did you see what he did this week?
I did not. I've
You
been busy.
didn't see what?
No,
Okay,
please tell me.
Okay, so he did, and Sarge put it in there. You know, it doesn't have to be a super sticker. I got to remember who he's talking about. So basically, he did an interview, and he was talking about how I can't remember the name. I need somebody to help me here about how they allowed some female to have a long Oscar.
Okay,
And he called her some girl
yeah,
or
yeah,
some chick, something like that.
yeah,
And it was so disrespectful.
yeah, yeah,
And this is the reaction he got. I'm
yeah,
quite certain he didn't think of it, but
yeah,
he really thought that thing was real. Like
yeah.
his trick was real.
And plus, I mean, Oscar's pretty beloved, so he's
Beloved.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it was
Coach, I gotta tell you one other thing, and I'm gonna get off the Juggalo thing, but you're gonna love this. So,
What's that?
Coach, I'm producing a video,
Uh-oh.
and I tell the camera guy, "Do not bust this video." So, somebody's cutting a video, and it's a wrestling promo. But you don't know what I've done to get here, and what the dues I had to pay, this and that. Coach, cameras rolling. I step in. Another wrestling promo. Like, that audience at home cares what you've been through.
You did not.
You're 25 years old. What have you possibly been through? You're a baby. You know nothing about life. Nobody cares about your hardship. Nobody wants, bro, in the show.
So how did the young kid react to that?
I got her all fired up. She was cussing me out by the end of it in French. She was cussing me out in French. She was from Montreal. Cussed me out in French and left.
Wow.
Coach,
wow.
that's the show. That's the show.
Man, I tell you what, you're gonna be changing this game, big boy. You're gonna be changing the game.
Yeah.
The great one says, can you guys explain why wrestlers grab the head hair of the guy they're about to punch? Randy and Cody especially look so stiff when they do it. It's kind of like hockey players do it. It's to measure, and because they practice, and if they hold the head at a certain point, they know that when they straighten their arm out, it's going to get as close to the face as possible. And you want it to look like you're taking their head off, even though guys like Shawn Michaels, literally their famous saying was he could super kick the whiskers on your face.
Yeah.
But you guys got to understand, these are the best in the world, or at least some are.
Yeah.
And that's why they do it. They hold it like that. Have you seen that video, Vince, by the way, of the golfer about 2 months ago? He was talking trash. He was the guy behind him was like, you guys got to move on. We've been holding up all day. The guy turns around and goes, screw you, F you. And it was this former NHL fighter.
I saw it. Yeah. I saw it.
And this dude, you talk about bad luck. He
Yeah.
gets thrown into the lake, gets
it.
out, gets thrown in again. I was like,
Yeah.
dude. And the way you could tell, he grabbed his shirt when he went to punch him, just like a hockey player does.
Yep, exactly.
That's how you guys can know. How you guys can know.
And also, just so you know, just to give him a little bit of credit for the record, when the boys in the industry talk about punches, the first name that always comes up is Scott Hall. Always the first name. Scott Hall threw the best punches in the history of the business.
No doubt. Lonnie Mead says, good evening, fellas. My wonderful wife emailed producer man of myself with my Mamby-Pamby t-shirt. These guys are legit. Get on that wheel. Lonnie, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Producer man's not here today, so as soon as he's back, because he handles all that stuff, you guys have no clue how much work producer man does. But Double D is really stepping up right now producing. So we'll get your picture on next Monday's show. But Lonnie and everybody else, we send it right out. We waste no time. Send it right out. Mamby-Pamby, I Bet Wrestling. We're also coming out with a couple of new ones, Vince, before the holidays. And we're going to be having a real big sale at the holidays, too.
Coach, real quick, I got to ask you this real quick. I got to jump in there because we have not spoken in a while. What do you think about this World Series, man?
I think it's been amazing. And I told my son last night, I said, what's happening right now is why teams moving forward are not going to spend $300 million a year on a baseball team. You know, I'm watching guys with guts that I don't know who the hell they are.
Right.
And then I'm watching guys that are, they don't have their hand in the dirt. They get manicures, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You're seeing which one. And the manager for the Blue Jays, he's everything that you want in a manager.
Absolutely.
When they lost in 18 innings, most guys would have been like, damn, that sucks. His interview was like, doesn't faze us at all. He goes, I have dogs in my locker room. And what happens the next night? They win. What happened the night after that? They won.
Yeah, crazy, man.
It's about leadership. It's about Yep. And
Yep.
that question leads into my next topic. Because Vince, I said today, you know what? If Vince tells me that I should get yelled at, then I'm going to eat it. If Vince doesn't, I will not eat it.
Beautiful.
So last night on Dynamite, Don Callis, somebody was doing a promo talking about, oh no, it was Statlander, talking about all the belts that Mercedes Moné has. 12 of them. She just recently, in a 3-day period, to give her flowers, was in Mexico, the United States, and Winnipeg for 3 different shows, 3 different days, because she's trying this organic lift up the promotions tour. And a lot of people were like, well, she won't even show up if she doesn't go over, or she's got to be asking for 25. So there's a lot of rumors out there on the dirt sheets. That's why we have Double D. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to comment on that. But last night on the show, they threw out these 5 letters, and it happens to be a promotion in Mexico that's very old and has a partnership with AEW. So what I said was, you got to be more clear. Not everybody knows these 12 different promotions. So what are they getting out of it? It'd be like if you're with the Juggalos
I
and
get
you
it.
bring her in,
I get
and
it.
all of a sudden you're like, hey, she's the JCW champion.
I get it.
JCW.
I get it.
And so, of course, a couple of people, Coach, that was derogatory. That was demeaning. That place is old. You don't know wrestling anymore. And I'm like, whoa, you clearly didn't listen. All you heard was, oh, he doesn't like this. I said, if you're going to use it in a promo, explain what it is. Not everybody knows you have a partnership and a deal. Like if I hear AAA, I need, if I'm an average fan, to know what AAA is. Am I out of bounds for saying that?
No, because when you first said to me, you know, that's derogatory, degrading. I'm asking to who? Like I don't even understand why somebody would comment that way. And you know, here's the thing, you know, Coach. Here's the thing, which is interesting. Anybody else but Tony Khan would want to get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, we'll put the belt, but I guarantee you Tony Khan, because he doesn't need to, is not collecting a penny. So that kind of puts a little different spin on it. Even if she's got 12 belts and you're one of the 12 promoters and you're not paying for it to maybe get an AEW rub, that might be worth it. But like I said, if it was somebody other than Tony Khan, they're paying for that. But I doubt that Tony Khan is.
You know, and he did. So he was on Busted Open the other day. He sat down with Dave LaGreca and was one-on-one. And Dave asked him a lot of questions like that. And he was talking about Mercedes and how much respect he has for her because this was her idea. And somebody said to me, see, Coach, she's not even getting paid extra. I go, he never said that. He said sometimes she doesn't get paid. What I think her deal is, if she's making 7 figures, when she walked in, she wasn't one of the OGs. She came in a year or 2 ago. Mm-hmm. What I think that they do in these contracts, and I could be wrong, if you quote me, start here. I could be wrong. But if you're asking Mercedes Moné, your CEO, to go to Mexico, United States, and Canada 3 days, it's either in her contract, she has to do a certain number of these, or she's getting paid for every damn one. She's not going to Winnipeg for free. Am I wrong?
No, absolutely. But here's what I'm a little confused by when Tony Khan is saying, I'm giving her all the credit, it's her idea.
Yep.
Well, what wrestler wouldn't want to put 22 belts on themselves? Really? Like, seriously? Now here's the question.
Okay.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Is she getting a kickback from Tony for the promotion for all these companies?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think they added money into her AEW deal.
They had to.
Because it makes everybody look good if she's going and saying, hey, I'm just here for free.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe in her contract, she has 15 events at $20,000. So they add $300,000 for these events.
Yeah.
And then nobody would know the difference.
Yeah. If you're one of the 22 belts or whatever it is, and you're not paying for it and you're a smaller promotion, I would understand that. But you also have to know your title's never going to get mentioned.
Agreed. But
I mean,
to me, if you're not paying for it, then you can't bitch about it.
how does she? I'm just curious, Coach. Like, how does she go through the inventory? Like, how do we know what those belts are? How does that work?
All right, so for example, the Winnipeg guy, he went online and he defended her because one other promotion said that she had asked for $25,000. And he was like, no, she didn't ask for that. He goes, I shot my shot. Whereas he saw an interview she did saying, I want to go all over the place. So these promoters actually emailed the company, or at least this guy did. And he emailed or DM'd and said, I would love to come here. Let's work out a deal. And they did. And
Yeah.
she went and won that, whatever the Winnipeg, wrestling company is, right? But the fact that I don't know what it is right now tells me that they didn't, a one-off's not going to do what he wanted. But he was like, listen, she came in, kissed all the babies, signed all the, he could not have put her over any more than what he did.
Listen, there is no question about it. She is she is cementing herself in that company, and good for her. I mean, that's smart. I'm sure she's getting paid very, very well. But listen, make no bones about it. She's working very, very hard, and she is cementing her spot. Coach, you know what you and I've seen. I'm gonna respect the person who's working for their spot compared to the person who's going to politic for it.
1,000%. And I'm going to respect what Mercedes is doing, because there's a lot of people out there that right now, I don't care whether or not it's true that she went to Tony Khan and said she wanted to do it. She's doing it. Yeah. And there are people in the WWE that either are sitting home hurt because they haven't gone forward and said, hey, I've got an idea. You can still use me. Because they're like, hey, I'm hurt. I'll get paid for 6 or 8 months. And then all of a sudden they come back and their spot's gone. They go, well, how did that happen? Because you've been on TV for 8 or 12 months. So I'm going to respect anybody. Yep. And a lot of the AEW wrestlers, they do independent shows. They're busy on Fridays and Saturdays. I respect that. That's the world I grew up in.
I agree.
Right? We were talking a lot today about Cody, and I love Cody. He calls himself the QB1. But when you look at how much he has defended this title, Vince, it feels like to me that they really dropped the ball when it comes to their biggest titles. And right now, heading into Saturday night's main event, I don't feel like there's a lot of juice, because Cody was gone for 6 weeks after he won it back. Then you had the Jacob Fatu situation where they insulted all of our intelligence. And now you want me to get into, in 48 hours, Cody and Drew. Yeah. And what's the issue between the two? Yeah,
Coach, again, it's just the lack of planning. And, you and I, we make excuses for them. We really do give them the benefit of the doubt, because we say you have so many masters, there isn't enough time to get it done. And we've been saying that for a long time. You know what? Maybe we need to hire more people. Maybe we need to hire writing teams, because you're not getting the job done. And you haven't been getting the job done for a while. And if time is the issue, then correct the problem.
Did you just say time? Did you say the word time?
Yes.
Because today just happens to be the 300-day anniversary of Tiffy Time and her title reign. And I was thinking about her, and I wanted to ask you about her as well, because she's also a champion. She's also a champion that is on Saturday. She's also, the last time that we saw her, what did we see? A debacle. Yeah. An absolute disaster. And what has the creative done for her since that happened? And Jade busted herself open the hard way. And now we're seeing these two back in the ring again. To me, there's a lot of pressure when you're going to put them on main event Saturday. And the last time we saw them was that disaster.
I want to, I love talking to our audience, because they're so educated and so knowledgeable, because they get that here. Okay. There has been no elevation of Tiffy Time whatsoever. I am a fan of Tiffy Time. I wish I was writing for Tiffy Time, but there's been no elevation to the character. There's been no dimensions to the character. So you would think, okay, Vince, then why doesn't Tiffy come up with ideas? Mm-hmm. Well, she doesn't, because that is the Karrion Kross kiss of death. When you come up with ideas and either they don't have ideas or your ideas are better than their ideas, Well, now they're going to hold that against you because now you are showing their weakness. And you got to understand, when you're in the wrestling business, you know this, coach. The boys know how this works. I don't doubt for a second Tiffany doesn't have a notebook of ideas and angles. I don't doubt that for a second. But showing that notebook, now, coach, I was the opposite because I got 50 guys on a roster. My job is to help everybody, get everybody over. So I'm looking at 50 guys. Meanwhile, if I'm writing for the coach is thinking coach 24/7.
24/7.
So when I get to TV and coach has an idea, and I know I've been looking at 50 people and coach has been looking at one, of course I'm going to listen to your idea, coach. But again, when you've got that guard protecting the spots, if all of a sudden, wait a minute, you got to give me ideas. Are you saying that we're not doing our jobs? So that's why it's not that easy for talent to present ideas.
It's almost impossible because what a lot of the creative will do, and this is more a wrestling thing than it is a WWE thing. These writers are terrified. They're terrified of their own shadow. And if for some reason they feel like they're in trouble, they're going to accuse the talent, because guess who's in the room? The writers, those young kids. They're called writers' assistants. There's only about 2 or 3 guys that have any stroke whatsoever. The other 10 make copies and deliver them to talent, but they will bury the talent in a heartbeat. It was always so embarrassing to me to watch a wrestler kiss the ass of a writer. I hated watching that. When I went back in 18 after being at ESPN for 10, I went back for a couple of shows when I was still at ESPN, and they're handing me a script to be with the New Day. I handed it right back to him.
Yeah.
I said, give me bullet points.
Yeah.
He's like, well, no, coach, we don't do it like that anymore. I said, what, entertaining?
Right, you're right, exactly.
That's what I said to him. I said, I don't want to act like a jerk, and I don't want to act like an ass. Yep. I said, but I need 2 or 3 bullet points, and I'm straight. I'm good. I said, you go back and watch anything from me, I'm better than what you just wrote on that page. I said, because you haven't been here. I said to the kid, how old are you? He goes, 22. I said, my point exactly. I said, you got a long way to go before you can write for this guy. Long way to go.
Man, it's so funny that you say that, coach, because a lot of times when I write a script, I'm kind of writing out promos because in my head, I just have to know where it's going. Mm-hmm. So, again, just working with talent like I always work for talent, I hand that to them. Okay, this is what we're doing. And then, coach, when I start seeing them memorize, I take it away. And I'm like, wow. if you memorize it, it's going to come out like it's memorized. Here is the situation. You know your character. This is the last thing that happened with your character. This is the situation. Go. And it may take a couple of takes, but it's not rehearsed. It's not memorized, and it feels real.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, we got some more super stickers. We've got another entrant in the Wheel of Doom, or for can't remember the name. We can call it the Wheel of Pops for you. Let's go to Champs Alvaran. He says, seeing Vinny excited and happy puts a darn near tear to a grown man's eye. Wow. Watching Coach and Bro is like one of those special afternoon naps. Refreshes and energizes my soul. God bless my home. And how cool is that?
That's very nice, Champs. And
I feel the way he does, Vince. I feel the way that he does. Yeah. Like watching you and listening to you the last couple of days, it's like you're rejuvenated. But take that down for a second. Let us address this double D. We'll put the next one up.
What do you and I always say? What do you and I always say? We sit here, we watch these shows, and what do we always say? It doesn't have to be this way. And that's what's so frustrating to us. We were there. We were there at the hottest time. We knew what it took. We knew what it can be done. You're going to tell me it can't be done 25 years later? It can be done. And that's what we always talk about.
Anytime somebody says, well, that's the way they used to do it, it is, it's because it worked. And usually what works the best in any sport entertainment is using something that's always worked and then making it modern.
Yes.
It's not like changing the whole game. Because all of a sudden you got, Gen Z kids out there that can't watch 5 seconds of a video.
Yeah.
That's not, great story. That's always going to win. Yeah. Great characters. That's always going to win. Great promos. That's always going to win.
Yep.
You can't talk. You can't get over. That will always be a saying that I use until the day that I die. Absolutely. If I do wrestling content.
Absolutely. Yep.
Can't do it. Can't do it. All right. James says the fact Vince showing up at JCW will annoy all the right people is
You're
worth
right.
it alone.
Yes,
He's to
yes,
get Ben and Stevie chipping in on creative.
yes.
That's got to be a little bit satisfying, Vince.
I'm
Just a little bit.
I'm just really looking to like the first show coming out because half of them are going to be watching it just to crap on it. Which
Of course.
that's what I look forward to because that's hysterical to me.
I look forward to Double D. Double D. You're very impatient today.
Easy, man.
Easy. We want to give everybody their time.
What are you hanging out with cocaine, man?
We got the drug test Double D. What I can't wait for is when one of the organizations takes one of your ideas and does it verbatim. That's going to happen.
It's not going to happen because they would never be able to follow it through ever. Never.
Wow.
Never.
Wow. Interesting. All right. Next one up now, Double D. Jimmy Fingers, our guy. Now, Mikey P, he gets 2 spots on the Wheel of Doom because it's a $20 super sticker. So, Vince, do you plan to try and recruit some misused, underappreciated talent out with some name value that are not doing anything right now? That's what drew me to TNA when you had the pin 20 years ago when you were there.
Yeah, no, I listened on the first or second promo I cut. I can't remember. I gave Mr. Cross and his lovely wife an open invite.
Did they respond?
Well, it hasn't aired yet.
Oh, you were saying on the show?
On the show.
You gave him an open invite.
Oh, yeah.
Now, before we get to the next super sticker, I just realized something. I should have been offended 25 minutes ago. You were in my second hometown of Wichita, Kansas. Never did I hear, hey, coach, you got any friends that want to come to the show? I let that one slide. But now I find out that on your show that you're the head writer of, and you have a former WWE legend heel on your speed dial, and you said Karrion Kross.
Would you like me
to my show?
Yeah. Would you like me to reply to that, or would you rather me not reply to that?
Probably not reply to it. Probably would.
Well, my reply would be, out of your 25 different jobs, where would you like to fit that in?
Hey, I'm open from time to time.
Yeah, you're open. Yeah.
You tell me all the time we can use it on video. You say, why can't we put up the video? I'm playing. All right, up next, Henry Chinaski. Hopefully I got that right.
Wow, you
definitely
did that good. That was
GPT.
good, Coach. Yeah.
Thank you. And then he walks into creative meetings full of confidence saying, I got some ideas. God, I would love to say that you're joking, but a lot of people I've found out use Chat GPT.
Bro, I am not kidding. If I were Triple H, I would definitely be using that. I am not kidding at all. 1,000% I would be using that.
I saw a teacher the other day online, and it was part of this whole 6-7 thing. Have you seen this whole 6-7 thing?
I just saw that a couple of days ago. The 6-7 gimmick, which means nothing, right, Coach?
I've got 2 teenage kids. It means nothing. It means nothing. I won't even tell you how it started, but it means nothing. Yeah. But now it's become this movement, and like the kid who invented it is in high school. He's making millions of dollars now off this stupid thing. But this teacher loses his mind because apparently his students use chat. He said they could use their phone, and they use Chat GPT for their tests. And he literally starts to cry. He slams his head. He goes, I try so hard. I gave you all the tools. And you use Chat GPT? Oh my God. I was like, he literally had a nervous breakdown in front of the class.
Coach, somebody was teaching me the other day. Oh, EC3. EC3 was teaching me how to use that, right? So okay. I ended my show to him and I started experimenting. Coach, I swear, I typed in, can you format for me a sports entertainment / wrestling show in the style of Vince Russo? Coach, verbatim. I went through the whole thing. Every single thing on that show I would have done.
Really?
That's why I'm saying I am not kidding when I'm telling you Triple H should be on that.
Okay. Up next, Jacob. You got 2 spots, big boy. I'm going to give you the penny to give you that second spot on the Wheel of Doom. You're welcome, Jacob. You're welcome. He goes, you get that, Vince? It should be 20. Okay, never mind. Am I saving the money not subscribing to what TKO calls wrestling? JCW. Nice, Vinny. I work security for a pay-per-view and mini concerts for them. We helped save Shaggy after a botched moonsault and he landed on his head. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Why was he trying to moonsault?
They're wrestlers. They're wrestlers.
Oh, I thought they meant a moonsault during the concert.
Maybe that's what he meant, but they're wrestlers. They did some crazy stuff back in the day, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see where this goes. All right, we are up to date. Vince, my daughter just got into Oklahoma State in real time.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, no, it's not. She's already in 4 other colleges. She doesn't need to be in any more. No, I don't want her going to Stillwater. All right, we want her going to Texas or Florida.
Where does she want to go? Do you know?
Well, she wants to go to Texas or Florida, but I think that she likes collecting these acceptance letters.
Right.
And you know how much it costs just to put in an application at a school these days?
Don't tell me.
Several $100s.
Oh, my gosh.
This is the 4th school that she's got accepted to, and she's gotten scholarships coming out of her ears.
Oh, good for her.
But her go-to is a $62,000 school.
Per year.
Per year.
Oh,
she's already gotten $28,000 worth of scholarships in the first week. So those super stickers that we always talk to you about, they're going to go to college. they're going to college.
I need to hook you up at JCW, coach. Yeah.
I need a payday. I need an extra payday. Vince, one thing we have not hit on yet, and I could not believe that this is real. Could not believe this is real. Before I get into that, what? How is that rude of Coach? Sorry. We have. I'm sorry. I'm getting used. Okay. Let's do the next one real quick. Then I'll get in. So Lonnie says, Super Sticker says, how is that rude of Coach? Come on with that mamby-pamby comment. It's like these younger talents not sitting under the learning tree of vets.
Oh, I think he's talking about what we were talking about earlier on the show. Yeah, which was crazy. That was
100%. Yeah. Jimmy Fingers one more time says, was that AI Brock in that WrestleMania hype video, and why? We're going to get into that. That's what we're going to next. And why is Hunter putting himself in the middle of it like he's a feature? BKM would never have done that. Jimmy, we're getting into that very next one. Let's do the last one. Jacob again. I think we did that one. I loved working for ICP, and they're inspiring to me as a 50-year-old starving musician as an example on how to build your own empire despite the hate.
1,000%, Jacob. 1,000%. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you guys all for those super stickers. We value all of them. Sincerely, we do. But where Jimmy wanted us to go is where we're going to go next. Because in the middle of John Cena's retirement tour, I'm thinking everything they do is leading to that, leading to Raw, leading to SmackDown, leading to his final opponent that we still don't know who that is. So we see all these videos come out, and they're just feet walking, nice dress shoes, walking. And it's like 5 or 6 different videos. They have everybody talking, Vince. It's like exactly what they wanted it to do. And I said on Off the Ropes, my show on Sirius XM, I said, if this is not something of an ultimate surprise, the fans are going to hate it. Because you're taking them on a ride, you better pay it off. Vince, it ended up being a promotional video for WrestleMania 42 next year in Las Vegas. It was Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and CM Punk sitting at a poker table as if they're in Vegas. Standing back behind is who? Triple H and Paul Heyman. Whose voice is on the video ultimately when they put them all together? Triple H's, to what Jimmy was saying. Vince, tickets have been on sale for weeks. Why would you do a promotional video for something that's already out? It's like the reverse of the timing. What did you make? And then, of course, the poster.
There's a couple of things. First of all, WWE, whose ever brainchild that was, We did the Main Event Mafia about 20 years ago, guys. Okay, so thank you very much. I guess my royalty check will be in the mail. Coach, doesn't it really come down to, well, I'm going to get to Triple H in a second, but
Okay.
you said, why would we do it after the fact? I mean, does it come down to ticket sales? Do we know how ticket sales are going?
Do not know, but that was my first thought.
Right.
Is if they're doing it, just like making John Cena tweet out that it will be his last match, because the Cena night is not sold out yet. That's not sold out. So
Yeah.
WrestleMania, I think the reason that the ticket sales, my guess is ticket sales are slow, is because they're pushing the 2-day packages and the tickets that have the exorbitant prices to it, and they're not promoting, hey, last row for $300.
Yeah.
So address that. I'll look it up right now.
I-
Or
I-
hey, Mikey, text me Mikey, if you're watching, look up ticket sales at Ticketmaster, and then anything else you can find and text it to me real quick, please.
I want to address two things. Number one, I consider myself a casual fan. Okay, which means I don't eat, sleep, drink, crap, wrestling. I am a casual fan. I'm a television viewer. You're with me. I am just being as raw as I could possibly be. Two things. When I first saw that ad, I'm like, okay, this is WrestleMania 42. I'm looking at this ad. Me personally, I don't care about anybody in that ad. We've seen these people to death, including Roman Reigns. We've seen them to death. When there's no story behind anything, I have no interest. Coach, there are so many times when I stop myself, and I am being as honest with you as could be. There is so many times, guys, when I stop myself, bro, you got to stop being so hard on Triple H. Like, you never have anything nice to say about the guy. Every time you see him, whether it's unreal or whatever, you've got to stop. I'm very aware of that. I really am, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Then I see this. Then I see this. And I'm like, it's not me. It is not me. You know, Coach, again, I'm just going to go back to GCW really, really quick. You know, Violent J wanted to put me in a prominent role. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Coach, I'm going to be put in a prominent role, but I want to be in that prominent role to get all his other guys over. That's the only reason I'm there, and I'm going to be there as little as possible. I want them to be the stars. They've got their whole careers in front of them. That's why when I see this with Triple H, I'm like, you know, I really try so hard not to criticize you. Look at this. You give us no choice.
It's and you know me, part of what you and I fight about the most is trying to even out our negativity and our positivity.
Yep.
And when I see choice after choice after choice, I go back to people that are watching right now, think about the bosses that you've had. Think about the people in your life that have taught you things that you really hold on to. And I was always taught that the talent is number one. You have to get the talent over. Triple H is not at the house show or the live event in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Cody is, Roman is, and we'll address the people in a second. But Triple H is selling 0 tickets. Absolutely 0 tickets. You could have put anybody in that spot next to Paul Heyman. You could have put Seth Rollins in that video next to Paul Heyman, and now it'd be like, whoa, wait a second. Now we're talking. But the other thing that Vince McMahon always taught us, that unless you are a character, you do not go on the show. And Vince would never go on the show unless Mr. McMahon was on the show. But Vince would never do that. And that's why it surprises me that Triple H, who is, whether he wants to admit it or not, a Vince disciple, he's married to Vince's daughter, how he hasn't learned that already.
Well, I'm gonna throw this question back at you, Coach, because you said something, and I don't know if I agree with it.
Okay.
You said Triple H does not sell tickets. Does Triple H think he sells tickets?
Clearly he does. Because why else would he put himself in all of these videos?
Just ego, positioning, you know?
I believe at my core that something you have said a million times is in his mind. And that is what he is doing is the blueprint of what Dana White did to secure his spot in the UFC for all of these years. When you think of UFC, you don't think Conor McGregor. You don't think John Jones. You think of Dana White. He has made himself irreplaceable, which is why he can say F you, F you, F you, F you, and nobody can touch it. So Triple H, no, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, based on what you're saying, Coach, when I first got into the wrestling business, I'm going back to 1994. I remember Bruce Pritchard said to me in 94, what was that, 30 years ago? Pritchard said to me, in wrestling, perception is everything.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's exactly what you're saying.
Yes. That's it. And so when it's perception, then I think Triple H, and he'll never admit that he watches this show other than the fact he did at WrestleMania because he called us out. But I think that he listens to us and goes, wait a second. I'm not one of the big guys that when the financials come out, my name's on there. It's not. Rock's is. Nick Khan's is. Triple H's is not. When all those big bonuses come out, his name is not on that list. So if he's truly running the WWE, which as the head of creative he is, why is he not financially taken care of like everybody else on that list every 3 months? You can't tell me that behind the scenes he's not looking at that. And he's not saying, wait a second, maybe Coach is right. Why am I not getting a $5 million bonus like everybody else got? Why am I not getting $40 million like Rock got to not show up one time all year after March? You don't think he's thinking like that?
I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
Okay, give it to me.
Coach. Oh, hold on, Coach. I'm serious.
I'm sorry.
I'm serious, Coach.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Let me ask you one simple question. Is Nick Khan and The Rock, are their names on those masterpieces every Monday and Friday night, Coach? Does Nick Khan's name come up at the end of Raw and SmackDown?
The answer is no.
Okay, there you have it.
No.
There you have it, Coach. Yes.
I know this, though. Charlotte Flair was at Monday Night Raw in Anaheim, 20 minutes from me on Monday night. And Vince, I almost decided to drive to the show and just walk in the back gate and see what would have happened. I almost did it. I swear to God. It was the very first show. My very first WrestleMania was in that building, WrestleMania 16.
Yeah.
And I thought, what would happen? What would happen if I just drove over there and walked up and said, oh, and I saw Jimmy's security guard? I know they watch the show, and we don't crush them, but we're certainly honest. I'm probably not Triple H's favorite person right now, but I've said a million times, I like the guy. At his core, he's a great dude. But we're not talking about Triple H the guy. We're talking about Triple H the guy who runs WWE. Yeah. And you got to be able to separate if you're going to do the show.
Would you like me to tell you what would have happened if you would have done that?
I would love to know what you think would have happened.
Do you recall a little show on Monday Night Raw when a tank was driven to the WCW building? What happened, Coach? When
they shut the door. They shut the door.
Coach, you'd be walking in that big iron door, Coach. Bang!
No, thank you, Coach. Get the hell out. Now, it's funny because Triple H I worked with at WWE. The other guy who has the name right next to Triple H is at the end of the show.
ESPN.
Lee Fitting.
ESPN.
We worked. Yeah, we weren't super close.
Yeah.
But we were there at the same time for over a decade.
Yeah.
So I'm the only person that would work with both of them over. You'd think they would say, Coach, come on in. You're the only one. You're the only one that's done 10 years at both places.
Sit down, have a cream soda.
Couple of things, and we got to get the hell out of Dodge because this just goes so fast. Whenever we're not on Stadium, the hour goes so freaking fast. We have a few more super stickers to get to, but we looked up the tickets, Vince, for WrestleMania. So the Ticketmaster seat map, they have like almost a quarter of it blocked off. Standard admission in section 436, the nosebleeds, the top of the stadium, $866. Anything in the lower bowl closer to the ring starts at a minimum $1,200 per seat, with a $12,000 VIP package for a certain section that is probably part of the blocked off that you can't buy those on Ticketmaster because that goes through the company. But I'm looking at the map right now, and there's a ton of blue, and blue means not sold.
And that's why they did the Coach, it's funny. No. For as long as we've been talking about this, I swear, bro, every time these ticket prices are brought up, I still say to myself, they can't be that. I'm still saying that to myself, and they've been that for 2 years now. And every time I hear them, I'm like, they can't be that. They can't be that.
What did you say a few minutes ago? And I've been echoing this. You said it doesn't have to be this way.
Exactly.
And TKO could turn this thing around because, Vince, on my radio show or on here, I haven't gotten not one comment that said, hey, guys, you're way off base. I'm happy to pay all this money for tickets to one show. I'm happy to spend, what is it, $50,000 for 4 tickets to a VIP package? Is that insanity?
I don't believe that's real. That's how insane it is. I don't believe it's real.
And the people who are buying it, somebody's still buying this. We know this because it will not change until they stop buying it. But the people who are buying it are not broadcasting it because they know how stupid they would sound when they tell us that they did it.
Yeah. And
be like, hey, how'd you do it?
And more dangerously, they're putting it on a credit card. That's true. That's the dangerous part.
That's true. That's true. It is. It's crazy. It's crazy. Double D, I know we got one. There's Lonnie. He says, Coach Vince, I sincerely enjoy you guys and respect you both because I believe you both are sincere with your fans. No doubt. I meant zero disrespect. My point was, why wouldn't someone take advice from you guys? Oh, Lonnie, we never thought that you did. Absolutely never thought you were disrespecting at all. But you just earned another spot on the Wheel of Doom.
Yes.
That's a positive. That's a positive. So it's all good. Lonnie, understand that if we bust on you on this show, it's all out of love. It's all out of love. We love doing the show. We love all of you. And we hope that you guys learn a little bit something from us and not just guys that are talking about a show.
Yeah.
All right. I believe that's all of our super stickers. So we got one more thing to do. And if Double D can pull this off, then we can trust him on a show on Stadium, Vince, because this is kind of his test. That the YouTube show, but putting him on network show, that's a completely another animal.
That's a big deal. Yeah.
That's a big step. All right, so Double D, let me know if you have the Wheel of Doom prepared, because I know we had a couple that we had to throw on there at the very end. And if somebody gave 20 or 2 10s, they get separate spots. So what I'm going to do, Mikey, I know you're helping him. Text me as soon as the Wheel of Doom is ready to go. We'll do it, and then we'll get the hell out of Dodge. Because we do have one other. It's ready. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Here we go.
We're seeing it in real time, just like all of you. Double D.
Nice. It's there.
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a bunch on there today. All right. So what happens?
Wait, is this what's that thing in the middle? The Sarge 1? What is that?
Well, it's basically on the Sarge 1 right now. It's just saying that the arrow is on his name. We haven't spun it yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah.
A little confusing. Yeah.
So when we spin this, you're going to see whoever wins. You'll see an email at the bottom of the screen. Email that, make it to Producer Man, and give us your size and your address, and we will get this out to you. And all that I ask, no cost to you, just send us a picture. That's all we want. Send us the pictures. We can throw it up on the show. All right, Vince, this is your job. Take it away.
Spin the Wheel of Doom. The Wheel of Doom. The Wheel of Doom.
Double D, what are we doing?
Ooh.
What are we doing?
No stadium for you.
No stadium for you, big dog.
Stadium for you.
Sorry. Double D, bring yourself up on camera. Bring yourself up on camera. I want to see you right now. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right now. Oh, you're either on mute because you're not on camera. I want to see your face.
Yeah.
You're still on mute because I
I
can see
got
you talking.
Okay, I'm
right.
here.
All right, Double D, what's going on, big dog?
Okay, so I don't know how to spin it. So no, because there's no but. I don't know if he does. I don't know how he does the spinner from there.
Here's what we're gonna do. I need Double D for you to take a screenshot on your phone. Okay. Take a screenshot. So what we're gonna do is we do this every Thursday. We'll do one on Monday when Producer Man is back, and then we'll also do one on Thursday. But this will be the one at the top of the show on Monday for today, and then we'll do another one next Thursday. Is that fair, Vince? I think that's fair. Wait, Double D, you're looking at your phone while you're on camera right now? What are we doing?
I was taking a picture of it.
Coach, could you imagine if we were on Stadium right now? Could you imagine, Coach?
No.
Oh,
Vince, I told him to take a screenshot, so he left himself on camera to take the screenshot. Double D. Oh man. Hey, he's my intern. He's not yours.
Yes.
He's mine.
Yes.
Yeah, I get the best in the business.
You know what the old road dog would say in a situation like this?
What's that?
Bless his heart. Bless his heart, Coach.
Bless his heart. I love Double D.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do I love Double D. All right, so everybody on that list Monday, I promise you. You guys know I never break my word. That will be top of the show. We'll handle that. Lonnie said I should have two. Double D, add Lonnie's second one. Don't make him mad. He gave two $10 super stickers.
Man.
Sorry, Lonnie. We'll add one for Lonnie, Mikey P. I know we have one more from Jimmy Fingers. I don't want to get yelled at by Jimmy Fingers either. He has a baseball question. Do you guys think the Blue Jays can pull off the upset? I got the Jays in 6. Vince, I'll let you answer that first.
Man, Jimmy, it's very, very important. They have all the momentum on their side right now, and you combine that with the pressure of the Dodgers, who are supposed to win anything. So the momentum and the pressure, Jimmy, I think that's a good bet, man. I think that's a good bet.
They had over 30,000 people, Vince, in the stadium last night in Toronto.
Yeah.
This city loves them. These are a bunch of no-name dudes with a big-name face. Vladdy Daddy. Is there a better nickname than Vladdy Daddy?
Awesome.
Let's go.
Hey, Coach, a lot of people in the chat room calling for the head of Double D, man. A lot of people. Yeah.
Fire him.
Yes.
He just needs to click the center of the wheel. Okay, I think that ship has sailed. Stop the wheel. I need to see Bro's new wrestling show. Wow, I'd be fired on the spot. Wait a second! All right, whoa. Double D, you can't. This is not the winner.
Oh, you can't, Coach. This is very controversial. Very controversial.
Did we get? Lonnie did get a second one up there. Okay, that's all I wanted to stop.
Okay, that's fair.
That's all. But if Lonnie got it up there, then right. it's fair. So
that could have been big controversy, Coach.
Wow. So Hope Cousin, I've known Hope for 20 years.
Wow.
And she just found the show. She sent me a DM and said, "Coach," because she used to watch me on wrestling 20 years ago. Yeah. So Hope, if you're watching, Double D, you need to put up the website there so that she can email you. If you don't know how to do that, let me know. But Vince, that wasn't exactly what you'd call smooth on the Wheel of Doom.
Oh, please.
But we got it done.
Yes.
Do we keep him?
Bless his heart. We'll give him another.
we'll give
him another chance, Coach. Yes.
All right, we got to get the hell out of here. Remember, we're here on Mondays and Thursdays next week. It's going to be an interesting week for us. So Monday will be 5 p.m. Eastern time. Thursday, we will have a show on Stadium. However, it will probably be on demand on Stadium. We got to deliver a show, but Vince is going to be traveling. So we'll do a live show at 5 p.m. So next week, probably 3 shows because we got to deliver Vince to Stadium. But then we might have a special show Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Yes?
Yes. Yep.
That'll be one that people don't want to miss, I'm guessing.
Yes.
You don't want to miss next Thursday. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
You don't want to miss next Thursday. All right, Vince. Are you traveling this week for Juggalos?
No, I'll tell you what I am doing, though, Coach. I'm very much looking forward to it. Tomorrow, I am going to my beautiful Airbnb cabin in upstate New York. I'm going to spend about 5 days there. I'm really looking forward to relaxing a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
How the 1% live.
Yeah.
How the 1% live. That's my third heat-seeking missile today. At no point in our partnership have you been like, hey, Coach, I got a cabin upstate New York. If you and the missus ever want to go there, feel free.
Oh, come on. You know that's carte blanche for you.
I mean,
of course.
Maybe, do I get 10% off? 15?
7.
On that note, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube page, do that for us right now. Turn on the notifications so every time, because we move the starting time around a lot, but you OGs, you guys find us. I don't know how you do it, but man, it means the world to me and Vince that you find us no matter what time we start. So that's going to do it.
I got to interrupt you. I always let you go in this finish, but there's something we got to address. M Heaton 420. Every time I'm getting ready to drop a super, Coach ends it. That is mamby-pamby. Coach, I had to address that for the room.
That's fine. Double D, can I see that comment, please, on the screen?
I had to address that for the room, Coach.
Okay, can we put it up on the screen, please?
Otherwise, we would have been accused of ignoring it.
All right, it's at the bottom. I see it every time I'm getting ready to drive. Okay, so, ends it. That is mamby-pamby. M Heaton. I'm looking at a live counter on the show right now. We have it on our screen. It says 1 hour and 16 minutes. You had 1 hour and 13 minutes to put in a super sticker. You chose to wait until the end of the show. Don't get on me. When you saw all those names on the Wheel of Doom, they all did it in real time.
Coach M. Heaton, backtracking. Love you, bro. Backtracking. Love you, bro. Too late. Shove your love you, bro, in the sack, brother.
Heel Coach is only a pair of eyeglasses away. Don't make Heel Coach come out at the end of the show and we had such good vibes.
Very nice.
M. Heaton, I will take you down in a heartbeat. Just for that. Whoop, whoop. Here's what I'm going to do for you, M. Heaton, because I feel a little bad. So Double D, make it a point. I know he didn't give it, and I'm not even going to charge him the super sticker. You changed times with no notice. You change times with, I think you start talking about the time of the show. Either way, M. Heaton, I run this brand. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. Now, if you watch the morning, I always tweet it out in the morning. I have a video every day. And I say, here's when the times of the shows. So all you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. But guess what? I want to make nice with you. So I'm going to give you a spot. No, I'll give you 2 spots on the Wheel of Doom next week because you're so upset with me for moving the time of the show.
Wow.
So Double D, M. Heaton 40 gets 2 spots on the Wheel of Doom on me. And hopefully that will make good. You change time. Well,
Yeet.
M. Heaton, you also got to understand that we're not ESPN and Fox. We have lives. This is like our side thing. Like with real life, you might as well say, "Hey Vince, don't go to JCW and stay here to do coaching, bro." No, he says I have the 24/7 title. All right, M. Heaton, I'm taking care of you. 2 different things on the Wheel of Doom. Hopefully, we're good. This is why these guys are the people's pod. Thank you, Lonnie.
Yes,
we want everybody to be happy. All right, are you done ruining my flow, Vince? Can I say goodbye?
Yeet.
All right, that's going to do it for Vince Russo from russosbrand.com. For Mikey P helping out, our man Double D stepping in for the first time on the 1s and the 2s and figuring out the Wheel of Doom at the very last second. I am Simply the Coach. We'll see you guys Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time right here on the Coach and Bro Show. Have a good night.